welcome to my Magicka Warden build for open world PvP, mostly group play. On that build I'm High Elf, I have 20 points into health and 44 into Magicka. Health to boost our health a bit, because of Polar Wind here it scales on max HP, so we kinda need a little bit more. Also we are in light armor, so we are kinda squishy. So we just gonna get more health to compensate for that. Mondas is Atronach. Actually our Magicka region is like 2.4, 2.5. That's actually a lot. If you can sustain it, you can also go for like the Apprentice for more spell damage, or the Mage for more maximum Magicka. Buff food is Sugar Skulls for just Tri-Stat and a little bit more health regen. The sets I'm running are 5-piece Necropotence, and on back bar I'm proccing Resilient Yokeda for the burst heal. If you have many people on you, go back bar, block once and you're literally full HP instantly, combined with the vines we have and also with Polar Wind, your heals are actually amazing. Of course we have one Markarth. I'm running full arcane with Magicka recovery, and on front bar we also have the new weapon, the Rage Trans Perfected Lightning Staff. Still I have an Enchantment infused shock damage would be better. Those infused shock damage will proc every 2 seconds, so that's kinda a lot of additional damage. And also the tether between mostly ticks for like 1.2 to 1.5k and gets even more, up to 20% more if you hit a lot of people with the dot from the tether. And yeah, as said, Resilient Yokeda backbar. And here I have the Sword of Trainee. The thing is, I'm running 4-piece on body from Resilient Yokeda, and here I have the 5-piece. Trainee had the good point that also the first piece already is health, so if you're on back bar we get additional 1.4k health to help our Polar Wind, and if you completely buff up, our health is actually 36k, and my Magicka with Necro up is the 38k. Magicka recovery, as I said, 2.4, 2.5, and for potions we use maximum Magicka stamina and minor heroism for the higher ult regeneration, because on front bar we have Northern Storm, which is kinda expensive, but with minor heroism fucking insanely high. I mean, it's super fast up. Spammable shock cleanse, you can also go for different skills. For Force Shock or Psychic Order, the imbued weapon. Of course the Magicka morph works, but I still like Shock Cleanse. It deals AoE damage, good spammable. Also the range is not super high, so you can easily line it up with Deep Fissure. Factor Infection for minor vulnerability and also like a good dot. Bird of Prey, more damage of course, and Elemental Drain for Magicka Steel, and to proc the new Lightning Staff, the tether that literally does insane damage AoE. Northern Storm, our ultimate, we get even more Magicka and an AoE dot around us for ultimates. They're actually pretty nice if everyone just goes in with a big AoE burst damage and you snare them with Northern Storm and also deal like a little bit of that dot damage, and your group mates also get major protection. Kinda handy on an ult dump. Back bar is Arctic Blast to burst heal, nice dot, and also the AoE stun. If you get try harder to get a second, if they all get stunned you have like 1 second to breathe and just heal up again. Race Against Time for snare removal and to kite. You can also go with Elusive Mist, whatever you like more. Living Trellis, heal over time if you get damage, and a little bit of a burst heal that also can help your allies. You can just spam it on them and they get the burst heal all the time. Blue Betty, more Magicka region, and also major sorcery. Ice Fortress for armor buff and minor protection. And here I also have trees, but as you can also use spell wall. That's completely up to you. Oh, back by I have Drain Magicka poisons. For CPs, like 66 on Warlord, 8 in Sprinter, 64 Arcanist. That's completely fine, you don't need to have anything else here. 66 Tumbling and 66 Shadow Ward. We kinda want to dodge and block a lot because we are in light armor, so we are a little bit more squishy. 56 Blast, 75 Elemental Expert and 73 Erosion. We are in light armor, so we have more crit than in heavy armor, but it's still pretty low, so I didn't put any points into Elfborn. Crit damage we won't do because of Markarth, and if I take a look at our critical, spell critical, it's 23%, so not really high, so I just also skipped it on that part. Yeah, here I have nothing, and 66 Master at Arms. 66 Ironclad, 55 into Resistance, 43, 43 and 20 in 20 in Thick Skin, 43 Hardy and 43 Elemental Defender, and 43 into Quick Recovery to get even more healing, because on Warden you always have shit ton of healing. And the good part about Resilient Yukeda, the damage you deal you get as healing, so the damage get also procced, buffed by Markarth, so means more healing, and that every 5 seconds, pretty OP. I like it more on more than Crimson, at least on Magicka builds, because you proc it more often, and Crimson is, I guess, poison damage and doesn't get buffed by your CP, so Resilient Yukeda is for me the better option on a Magicka build. Yeah, that's kinda it. Try it, let me know what you think about that build, and have fun.